Hey Maxwell, Mr. Cornett here, and we are getting ready for our next PE lesson, but I just wanted to again say thank you all so much for the awesome videos you've been sending, and I do have a big compliment. You guys have been so adaptable in finding things at your house that you can use for these different activities. So I've loved seeing the creativity you guys have had and finding things at your house to be able to do our PE activities. So keep on doing that. Today we're going to be working on some soccer skills. So I have one of these, we call them gopher balls, but basically it's like a foam ball, and I'm going to use that as my soccer ball today. And at your house, if you have a soccer ball, that'd be perfect. Any type of ball. If you have to use a sock ball, I know you guys will be creative and find something you can use for our soccer skills today. So we're going to really focus on two things today, and I'm not going to flip the camera around and show you. So we're focusing on our learning targets will be I can dribble, not basketball style, a soccer ball using all parts of my foot, which will be our inside or outside and our toe. And then our second learning target is I can kick a soccer ball using the inside of my foot. So we're going to work on using the inside part of our foot to kick the ball. And I will show you that in just a moment. I will flip the camera back around and get the camera set up, and we will get started. Here we go. Okay, before we get started, I just want to make sure that you talk to your parents first about where you're doing this activity. This is one that, especially if you're using a real soccer ball, I do not want you blasting that around inside the house. So this one might be an outside one. If you're using something a little softer, like a foam ball or a sock ball, you probably should be able to do it inside. Also, I'm going to be using my little handheld whistle. Ooh, that was loud. And if you're not doing it live with me, that's fine. You can kind of just imagine when I'm using that whistle. I'm going to use it for when you're going to trap the ball and change direction. So if you're not doing it live with me, you can kind of just do it at your own time. Okay? All right, I'm going to get started again today. Since we're working on soccer, and one big thing part about soccer, unless you're the goalie, you can't use your hands. So I want you to try not to use your hands today. If the ball gets away from you, try to only use your feet to get the ball. All right, here we go. All right, so first thing we're gonna work on is dribbling, not basketball style, soccer style, which just means we're kind of just controlling the ball, tapping it back and forth, and try not to let it get too far away. So we're gonna try first just using the inside part of my foot, right here, the inside part. So I'm just gonna tap it back and forth, using the inside part of my foot. If it starts to get away from you, remember, we're not touching our hands. Try to just use the bottom of your foot to trap it. So if it's getting away from you, just stop at the bottom of your foot like that. All right, once you get the hang of that, then I want you to try to also use the outside of your foot, this part of your foot. So you're using the inside, now we're using the outside, just tapping it back and forth, using the outside of my foot. Again, if it's getting away from you, just trap it, stop it, get it under control, and then try it again. All right, now we can do the inside and the outside. We can also use the bottom of our foot right here to kind of change the direction of the ball. So that's all we're doing, is changing which way we're going with the ball when we're dribbling. So I'm using the bottom of my foot to try and move the ball. Not really squishing it, right? Not putting all my weight down, just a little bit to move the ball a different way. Okay, once you practice all that, I want you to try to put it all together now. So I want you using the inside, use the outside, use the bottom of it. Now for my little kiddos, this might be a little harder. You might need to practice one of them for a while to get the hang of it, okay? All right, now you can use any part of that while you're dribbling, the inside, the outside, or the bottom. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna blow the whistle. I want you to trap it and change directions, okay? Now in my video, I don't have too much room. I don't wanna be too far away from the camera, so I'm gonna be kind of staying in my own little spot here. But I'm gonna try to blow the whistle, I'm gonna change my direction. So I'm dribbling, tapping it back and forth. I'm using the inside, using the outside. I hear the whistle, stop it, go a different way. So now I'm gonna go this way. Dribbling, using the inside, the outside, just going around. Trap it, change directions. There's something on make sure this camera's still recording. It says low power mode, All right, so I'm dribbling, I hear the whistle, trap it, change directions. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Trap it, change direction. So you can practice that for a little while to get the hang of trapping it, which is a really good thing to do to stop the ball before you change your direction. Also, we're gonna use trapping, especially if we had a partner, which I know a lot of us may not have one. Like I don't have anybody to work with right now. But if we did, when they kick it to you, you would trap it So if it was coming rolling to me, I would trap it, stop it, and then kick it to my partner. When we practice kicking the ball in a minute, I want you to stop it first before you kick it at our target, okay? All right, so that was for dribbling. Now we're gonna focus on kicking that I was just talking about. Again, for kicking, we are using the inside part of your shoe, okay? So this is my shoe, this is the inside part. I'm right-footed, so I'm gonna focus really on right-footed kicks. If this is really easy for you, you can try using both feet, okay? Especially my 4th and 5th graders. All right, I'll put my shoe back on. So, right now I'm just gonna find a spot, a good place that something I can kick it out. Now for me, I'm gonna use the wall. If you, like I said earlier, if you're inside your house, you need to make sure you talk to your parents first about finding somewhere to kick the ball, especially if it's a harder ball, okay? So, I stop my ball. I'm gonna use the inside of my foot. I don't want to kick the ball way up in the air, especially if you were passing it to a partner, which is normally what we focus on before we start practicing scoring goals. It's a lot harder for your partner to get control of the ball if it's flying way up in the air. So we really want the ball to roll. So we're focused on trying to get the ball to roll into the wall. So I'm gonna kick it, roll. Get your ball wherever it goes. Remember, we're not using our hands today, only our feet. Trap it, stop it, get it stopped. It's a lot easier to hit a ball that's not moving. Inside your foot, I get to roll into the wall. If this is easy for you, try using your other foot, the one that's not so favorite. Again, we're trying to get to roll and hit the wall. Once you've gotten the hang of that, then say if it's a game, but our activity day, you can find something. I have a bowling pin. If you don't have a bowling pin or something like that, you could do a little cup stack like we practice. There's a 3-cup stack right there. That could be what our target is. So put your target in the ball. I want you to get 5 or 6 steps away, whatever you feel like is a good challenge for yourself. And we're gonna work on trying to kick the ball at our target and knock it down. I missed, I stay right here. I don't need to back up yet, right? So we're gonna stay right here about 5, 6 steps away. Try again, missed again. I'll practice some more. Remember, not using our hands today, only our feet. Got it, knocked it down, all right. So I'm gonna stop my ball, set my pin back up. Now I'm gonna go 1 more step back. So I'm gonna go 7 steps back. So here I am back here, 7 steps away. Practicing some more. All right, so that's our activity today. If you have somebody you can practice with, I would love it to maybe that. You can practice kicking it back and forth and practice passing, but just get a step back further each time you stop the ball and trap it, all right? If there's something else creative you wanna show me that has to do with soccer, I know a lot of us, a lot of Maxwell kiddos are big time soccer stars. I would love to see that too. So thank you again so much for your awesome videos and the creativity that you guys come up with, especially with the scoops. I mean, so many people had so many creative ideas for the scoops. Same thing with any of the activities I send you each week. Just do the best that you can do at home. That's all I can ask for, and miss you guys so much, and I can't wait to see the videos. Adios, Maxwell.